Quality Signs and Designs, 775-537-5575.
Virgil Sparks was in Judge Wonker's court last Friday. Sparks is facing charges of child abuse and neglect and DUI. In December of 2019, Sparks was arrested after he crashed his car into a brick wall at Leslie and Irene Streets. At the time of the crash, Sparks had 3 children in the car. Sparks entered a guilty plea in court, but then rescinded the plea. He stated that he was unclear of the information he was being provided because of the television cameras in the courtroom. Sparks said that the media has made him out to look like a, quote, serial baby killer, end quote. He did not like their presence. The judge asked that parole and probation submit a pre-sentencing investigation because Sparks may need to be assessed to see if he is likely to reoffend. His rearraignment has been set for April 16th. Sparks also has a current DUI case in Justice Court. KPVM obtains information of arrest from the Sheriff's Office issued Declaration of Arrest report, and the information is used without embellishment or input of the reporter. Charges listed are decided upon by the District Attorney's Office and may be amended by that office at any time. Alan Varon was in court on March 12th appearing from the Tonopah jail. Varon was to be sentenced for his role in a shooting that occurred in July of 2020 in the area of Marnie Court off of Bourbon Street. The alleged victim in the case had a disagreement with his roommate and had locked Varon and the other suspects out of the home after they left through the garage. The other suspects were identified as Robert Marcino, Juan Burgos, Justin Gensler, and Nathan Boldew. The victim said that he could hear and see the suspects going through his toolbox through a window, and they were taking his tools. The victim retrieved a gun and entered the garage, and at that time, it was reported that one of the suspects pointed 2 guns at the victim's face. The victim then shot at the suspect 2 times, and all of the suspects fled the residence in 2 separate vehicles. Varon had been shot and was taken to a Las Vegas hospital for treatment. Burgos, Gensler, and Boileau were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grand larceny, and following his release from the hospital, Varon was taken into custody on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit grand larceny, burglary while in possession of a gun or deadly weapon, robbery with a deadly weapon, aiming a gun at a person, and possession of a controlled substance. The defense for Varon noted that there were a few mistakes in the pre-sentencing investigation report that needed to be corrected. Mainly, his birthplace was listed wrong, and the report stated that Varon did not want drug counseling, but he said that he does. The defense asked that the sentencing be continued so the corrections can be made. Because both parties are recommending jail time, the judge said that Varon would remain in jail and sentencing would be continued to April 30th. Varon is facing a 2 to 5 year sentence. And Daniel Dalmas appeared in court via closed-circuit television from the Tonopah jail. Dalmas was due to be arraigned on February 19th, but came to court with a positive drug test. He was remanded to the Tonopah jail, and his arraignment continued to March 19th. Dalmas is facing charges of animal abuse after a local veterinarian asked Animal Control to perform a welfare check on 2 kittens that were treated last October for serious injuries to their mouths. Dalmas told officers he was mad at the kittens for defecating on a blanket, and he held them by their napes and grinded the kittens' faces into the carpet. The veterinarian said that the kittens' lips had been pulled off the jaw and were hanging down. At his continued arraignment on March 19th, Dalmas had entered a guilty plea agreement, but the agreement with the original signatures had not yet made it from Tonopah. The judge once again continued arraignment as she said it was important to have the original guilty plea agreement before the proceeding. The case has been continued to March 26th. And that is your court report for today. I'm Missey Kohler.